Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name's Matt Drake. This is episode 193, and I'm joined this evening by my co-host, Morgan Harfell. Good evening, Morgan.
Kia ora, Matt.
How
Good
are you?
evening, sir. Have you had an? I'm good, mate. Have you had an eventful week?
I have. It's been quite. I've been quite tired this week, actually. I don't know if it's a combination of. It's just started to warm up in Wellington, which is fantastic, right? I love the weather, me. Everyone loves weather, but I love the warm weather. And it's just started to get kind of a little bit hot. You know, when you start realizing that you probably don't need a hoodie in the morning, and it's getting to the kind of weather where you're like, actually, this is quite nice. And then at League last night, I shot a pretty disappointing +2, which is for me par for the course, but I did get a birdie on hole 4. And so hole 4 is one of the harder holes at Harcourt Park, and I managed to snag the birdie. Actually, threw long of the basket. It must have, I don't know, rolled for most of that, but it was I've that's the second time I've birdied that hole in about, I don't know how many times I've played Harcourt Park, 250 times ish. I would guess.
Did you say that's the second time you've birdied it?
That's the second time I've birdied that hole, and it was thank you.
Done,
it was a throw in from about 10 meters deep of the basket. So happy with that.
Is that a hole to you that's your notorious nemesis?
No,
hole?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, the par isn't hard to get. Well, but it's one of the harder holes on the course, and to get a birdie on it, I never normally plan on. It's definitely a bonus birdie, what you might call a bonus birdie. So yeah, happy with that. But
yeah, nice one. We had league last night as well, and it was it started chucking it down at about 3:30. I was hanging out around the gardens, and it just never let up. The wind got in there. It wasn't too bad windy, to be fair, but the rain was coming down good. Managed to scrape together an 11 down myself, which tied Jin Kato for first in MPO, and Dave Huang also shot an 11 down in MA1. So some good scores, and then some not so good scores from the guys that have actually been killing it. So in almost every division across the board going into the final week next week, we've got some really tight battles. So to be fair, I almost need Jin not to show up to win overall, but I'm going to support my guy. So but bring it on, Jin.
So we've got a great show for you lined up tonight. We've got a fair bit on. We're going to go through hot scores first up. Then we've got an interview with Grant Chapman. Now, he's very kindly stepped in at the last minute to help us out tonight. He's running Day at the Lake this weekend, so a very timely guest to have on. But unfortunately, Simon Feasy wasn't able to make it on. He's had to have some metal flakes removed from his eye or something. He injured himself.
Yeah, he's done himself a bit
whilst
of a doozy.
Upgrading the Orchard course, a workplace injury. So we've heard. So hopefully Simon gets well soon, and it doesn't hurt too much. Having metal flakes removed from your eye just sounds like the worst procedure.
It's pretty nasty, eh? I've seen it from guys that are like welders, especially. Welders and grinders, and it's not a nice thing. So I hope you recover well.
And we'll have we will have him back on the show in a few weeks' time, when hopefully it's all healed up. So we've also then got, we're going to be looking ahead to the Day at the Lake tournament coming up this weekend, going through the odds of that. We've got a quiz tonight, producer Tom's quiz, which we'll go through. Slightly different to last week, but me and Morgan are going head to head once again, and Morgan will be trying to get his own back for my victory last week. Then we've got Disc Golf Valley results. The code is somewhere up there, so have a above Morgan's head. So have a look and get on Disc Golf Valley for a quick round before we reveal the results. We'll be going through some upcoming tournaments. There's lots of news to go through, lots of Tour Down Under updates. So we'll be going through that as well. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So we'll be going through all of that stuff. Let's kick off with hot scores. Morgan, take us through the South.
Yeah, I was about to say nothing to do but to do it. And we're going to start off down south in Queen's Park, as always. And we have got with a big old 13 under par Tiaki this week. Let me bring this microphone slightly closer. Tiaki this week with a 13 under par at Queen's Park down in Invercargill, over into Dunedin. And Mr. Jack Maffey, 8 under par at Chingford. Brockville sees Calvin Cummings with a 2 under par this week. Queenstown Gardens, the Stiffmeister, 11 under par. 6 down for Ruben Goss over at Lismore and Wanaka. Jelly Park up in Christchurch, we've got Kelly Thompson shooting a nice, smooth 9 under par. Warren Parksy's Aiden and Sam Colebush both shooting an 11 under par this week. 13 under par gets the job done at Smallbone Reserve for KBG. Do we know who KBG is yet? Can anyone tell me?
I don't know.
Anybody? Chat, who is KBG? Are you here, KBG?
Comes out quite often.
Josh Mason and Joliosos, what a name. 7 under par this week at Queen's Park Reserve, still up in Christchurch. Headed up towards Nelson here, and we've got Connor Dove with 7 under par. And finishing off in the north of the south at Branford Park, Mr. Anthony Andrews with a 13 under par. Hot scores coming out the south.
Up north. It's that man again, Simon Fogarty, round Berrenport at 3 under par for the hot score this week. Across the water to Hikoi. Phil McLeod hits 3 under par. Up the valley to Harcourt Park, Andy Davies, 8 under par is enough for the hot score this week. That's incredible. Over to Linklater, Arthur Horn hits 9 down. At Maryland's, Brian Rawlins hits 5 under par, and it's Joel JC who goes around Spa Park Black in 1 under par for the hot score this week. Up to Henderson, and Jackson Sullivan hits Henderson for an 11 under par, and it's Jackson Sullivan once again at Woodhill with a 6 under par. And finally, rounding out the country, Nicholas Goldner hits 12 under par at Rosedale. So congratulations to everybody who hit a hot score this week. There's going to be lots of hot scores, hopefully, being played this weekend at the Day at the Lake, Morgan, which is taking part this weekend. It's going to be taking part this Saturday, and it's a 2-round tournament. And it's going to be quite a spicy one. We'll go through the reasons why it might be quite spicy soon. But first up, I want to get our guest on tonight, who is He's looking very comfortable in the background there, isn't he? Let's get him on screen. It's our tournament director, Grant Chapman. Good evening, Grant.
Kia ora, evening.
Now, just to confirm.
Kia ora, Grant.
Just to confirm, you've got that's not a screensaver in the back there, right?
The clouds are moving.
The clouds are moving. We can go for a wee wander.
I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible that it's that light still.
Yeah, so this is the Jetty hole.
Yeah.
Our tournament hole 17.
Mm-hmm.
And
walked us into the bad reception corner of the country.
Yeah. Damn it. Hang on.
I like to think of hole 17, Grant, as Champions Corner, where the overall male and female winners of the tournament straight into the lake at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, this is how we can practice till quite late.
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. That's still, we saw some people going past, presumably putting out on their practice round.
Yeah, they both made the island.
Good.
But are you going to putt when you don't have to get wet?
Well, that's true. That's true.
About 9:30 for a swim.
It's a bit late. But look, it's a fantastic setting you've got yourself down there. What preparations have you been doing this week to get ready for the course, or ready for the tournament, I should say?
Right. So lots of just making sure a lot of windfall in the forest tree areas.
Mm-hmm.
So we had another tree come down, another branch come down. There's just going around making sure that those sorts of areas tidy. The fairways that we're using are going to be sort of in condition. Checking out different tee pads and areas, making sure that that's all going to be smooth. Playing a few rounds, just getting the timing and looking at where we might have to, potential bottlenecks, how we might try and speed that up or make the pace of play nice and smooth. So just a few tweaks here and there, and making sure that each hole is as safe as it can be. It's a tight court, we're not straying out too much outside the boundary that we've been set. So,
are you going straight into those trees that are right behind you there, like we have in the past, or are you talking about a different area of forested area?
So that whole side of the park, well, there's a wee corner up that way, which we way up that way, which we might use if the wind stays down in the morning, which it should. I think everyone will play those holes, but in the afternoon, if the wind gets up, we're thinking if it becomes a health and safety issue, we'll be playing 2 B alternate holes.
Yep. So that's good that you've prepared well enough to know that if you do have this issue, then you have contingency holes already set up, right?
Yes. And in an ideal world, we'd bank on the perfect weather and would just be laughing, but it's one of those things that you just got to be pragmatic about it and think, you know what, I wouldn't be comfortable if anything happened when we were in there, or not even just us, if anyone playing disc golf, or actually anyone walking, a person walking a dog, I'd probably, if it was too windy, I'd send them in a different direction.
Yeah, sure. So Grant, I just want to touch on this. So the Day at the Lake is the final event on the NZ Elite Silver Series, which has been a series sort of designed and based around bringing in new tournament directors into the fold. You've run a couple of tournaments before, but nothing ever PDGA sanctioned. So like, how have you found the process of learning the PDGA side of things? Did you think it was tricky? Is there anything that you're still confused about? And, have you got any words of wisdom to other aspiring tournament directors?
Right. Well, I think maybe a few years ago, hosted one with Calvin Jenkins, but I think he probably did most of the work. And that was before online registrations and the portals and scoring online. So I think that's been the biggest thing. I love technology, but I don't like all the admin surrounding the sign-ups and all the things. So connecting all the things like the PayPals with the bank accounts and getting all that sort of stuff there, that was like, hard work, but it had some good guidance and some good help. And as far as, I wasn't originally the TD, it was Vedant. He scored himself a sweet career up in Christchurch. So I stepped into TD, and Hari's helped out with being the assistant TD, which has been great.
Yep.
So from that side of things, it's been quite smooth, I think, with I think it's been understandable, the system, how it works, but I mean, we haven't finished the tournament yet, so
that's right.
We'll have a big old reflection towards Christmas.
Yeah. So like the before the event side of things is like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it to try and get deeper and deeper into the different layers of tournament manager and disc golf scene, and obviously they integrate together.
Yes.
And once you sort of find your feet there and you've been shown through those initial stages, it all sort of starts to become a little bit clearer. That's what I've taken from this whole series, from showing people how to do it, is just getting that general understanding going, all right, it's a process here. And just taking that first step in. Like, I was pretty stoked with how you and Harry were taking it when we were having a chat and going through it all, because you guys were both pretty excited about the whole thing. So I really enjoyed that.
Well, we just want to make sure that, I mean, our tournament's part of a bigger picture, a smaller part of a bigger picture.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to keep in line with what everyone else is doing, play the team game. And so I think there's some consistency across the tournaments. Not that I've been to a lot, but that having, especially the 2 rounds in the one day, quick fire, bang bang, and the whole process is similar-ish, and the vibe should be similar.
Yep.
The culture, same sort of crowd, and yeah, we're just providing a variation on a theme, basically, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Giving it your own special touch. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm excited to leave home stupidly early in the morning to come down.
Yeah, but you won't have a trailer.
Yeah.
Well, look, the competition is looking real strong for tomorrow, for Saturday. Sorry, you've got Levi versus Francis at the top of the bill, which is going to be incredibly fun to watch. And yeah, have you got who's your tip on, Grant? Where's the money for you?
It's going to be very hard to go past Levi. This is one of the courses he grew up on. Well, the bones of this course is what he grew up on. There's a special tree in the park that the Stout family having a bit of an affinity with, and that's Brian getting his whole sort of family into disc golf. And it's special for those that know. And having seen Levi throw the course forwards, backwards, and sideways with every putter in his bag, it's hard to go past that. Anyone's got to have their work cut out for them. Yeah. There's a few locals, Shannon Cunningham and Sky. Although Sky's been away, he'll get back tomorrow.
I was just looking at his name on the list there, Sky Lovell, like long time local, and people know.
Yeah, he can put in hot rounds easy, and also Johnny, he knows the course pretty well.
Yeah,
we threw him around the course about a week or so ago, so he knows what he's up for. So he'll run a good score.
I think one person that we need to, you're just saying it right now. One person we need to not overlook is the Australian national champion, Mikey Yu, just flying straight back in and getting off the plane and coming here.
Yeah. I've actually thought of Mikey on a couple of holes. I think I know what his strategy will be. I'm saying nothing because I'll just like to hear what he has to say about the course after he plays it.
Yep.
There's a few new holes and a few new stretches of holes, sort of like you say, like that Amen corner type thing, which has inspired a few numbering of the hole decisions and how it goes, and also that he can have two stroke swings on holes, this being one of them. So we think that you've got possibilities for two stroke swings on 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Each of those holes, you can get separation on those holes all day long.
That's real good to have that in the closing stretch, for I guess because I guess event in the second round the MPO players will be teeing off hole 1, so they'll come down that they'll play it in order, I suppose.
Yeah, it's totally designed for that. It might not be perfect yet because it's a tight space, but only time will tell when we get the full field playing it, all 72 with a shotgun, and it might give us something to think about with making the course perhaps a little more tricky about just having tee times.
Yeah,
because you can sort of take it. It's not as pressured as tight with the time and the flow.
Yeah, and you can get way more people through on a tee time, but you've got to run it over 2 days if you're going to do that. So
yeah, well, we could still have people teeing off at 9:23. Look at it.
Yeah, it is. That's incredible that it's that light. It's practically dark outside here in Wellington. So yeah, you've
so
doing very
here's a wee pause. There's a technical daylight hour time for different parts of the country for pilots to use, and in winter. Well, no, actually, I'll just talk about this. I'll talk about now. In summer, the sun comes up here about 5 minutes after it comes up in Auckland, but the sun goes down about an hour after it goes down in Auckland.
Interesting.
How does that work? Like that's
science, Matt. Science.
Oh, sorry. Science.
Yeah, we're way further west and we're way further south than you think.
Oh, okay, right. I see. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
So you've got everything sorted because you're in a fantastic property there. You got the lake's going to play its part, I'm sure, for the winners come Saturday evening.
Yes, Morgan will be. I think he's got some sort of clause written into a contract that you got to get wet to get your money.
Oh, 100%. I hope you've got a couple of those helium balloons around. We can just toss the money into the lake.
Well, I was going to say
Yeah.
you ought to put the pro purse in like a treasure chest at the bottom of the lake and have that's how you get to it.
No. Whoever's the wooden spoon's got to be out there in a rubber dinghy with the money.
I can imagine Grant that the lake is quite fresh this time of year. Is it?
It's actually reasonable. No, it's actually quite reasonable.
Oh, is it all right? Is it? Okay.
Unfortunately, I've been in it a couple of times this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Running the basket's only gone in tonight because it's a public area, so we've just been just using the jetty as a sort of just to get our iron. And if you just get maybe a little bit excited, just gets wet, and sometimes you might get it back if you're lucky. There's a few in there that RIP they are missing.
Are you gonna have a diver in the lake, or someone on a canoe or something?
Yeah, maybe we do have a few divers, and we do have water sports people here. I was thinking that you could get a nice big long paddle board in the background, and maybe if
absolutely
something like that. But we are going to put up a small something a little bit higher than the.
Just to stop the slides, eh? Is that the idea there?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I've got something for you for that.
Have you just?
Yeah, I've got like 150 mil high Elite Series core flute. I'll bring it down.
Oh, wicked. Oh, well, okay. Well, no, we have got something planned for it, so we'll have a chat about that.
Yeah,
we could even put it on top of the board, so still bring it.
Grant,
put the board up.
How far to that island is it from the tee?
Well, I don't want to give away too many secrets, but to the front of the island, it's 71 meters.
Okay, all right. And, so most people can make that.
So it's pretty much the same tee as before.
No, it's set back quite a bit.
Oh wow!
Say the last one, and it's 83 to the basket.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so most people can make that.
Yeah.
Can make the distance anyway, whether they've got the accuracy. I said.
If you don't, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people short and wide of the island, and that's if you're short and wide, you'll be dry. You just might be looking for it for 30 seconds, and if you're long, you'll be wet.
I've just set myself a wee reminder, a wee alarm clock for after the show to get that core flute out.
Another one, cool. Yeah, no, we'll have a good use for that.
And Grant, you'll be playing the event yourself?
Yes, I am. Originally I thought I'd like to play in the Open, but I've found in the past that Morgan will probably have his own view on this. But if you're TD and you're running things and you're doing a lot of running around, it's hard to. I think for me, at lunchtime is the hardest part in between round admin type things. And then
you'll obviously have the support from Adam and I right there to help you.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just one of those things that you just go, you're constantly sort of looking out for the wee project, make sure it's all good, and that's sort of my focus in the afternoon. Just is all about making sure that the event runs well.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, but I'm playing in my division, which is good. I'm playing MA50. There's some good characters in there.
You've got Josh Walker, Mark Tibbett, Craig Ladder, and Monty Westrup. Good to see Monty in there. Yeah,
we've got big Monty. So we'll make sure that he keeps his language clean, and his nails are clean, and he'll be awesome. He'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I think
he will be.
In the morning, I think I've made sure he's got hole one.
You have got him on a whole run right there. And Matt, I'm just going to go out here and say that I'm putting Grant Chapman easily in the top 10 players for the day. Easily.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thanks.
Well, there's a hot take right there.
Matt, I think I just want to put that early pressure on, you know.
Yes.
No, you're a weapon out there, mate. I'm looking forward to having a round with you too, actually. I think you and I are starting on the same card.
Yeah. Hey, I do want to say that the conversations we've had and with getting closer to the crunch time about what prizes, well, I mean, we've got heaps of wonderful businesses that have donated lots of spot prizes. So those prizes are going to be put aside for everyone to have a crack at. They're just like a random draw prize. And there's some amazing sponsors like Real NZ and Paper Plus. Everyone, all the Cruise Milford, all the people have come to town.
Fantastic.
And we're spending a good dosh on, for example, I can remember MA2. I think MA2's got such a good field. First place gets, I think, $90 of petrol vouchers, and it goes right down, I think, to 5th. So
yeah, wow, 16 people in that division. That's
so we've got lots of MTA vouchers, lots of Mitre 10 vouchers. So which is as good as money.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we give away money for wood. So we're thinking, give away as much as possible, and especially with those prizes, and keep everyone happy.
Love it.
It'll be good to see everyone. It'll be great to see everyone before Christmas. Can't wait.
Too right, mate. Too right.
Yeah, that's great stuff. So you've got everything's prepped. You're gonna have your feet up tomorrow. Maybe a practice round.
Just a few little like drop zones tomorrow. Just maybe a bit of Mando string here and there. But apart from that, put up a few bits and pieces signs. Just make sure people, if they come to play or practice on the tournament course, they know where they're going. Because it's sort of like a one-off layout. So slightly different, but just make sure people know where they're going. Anyone who rocks up during the day, and that the marquee goes up, and we're all ready to roll Saturday morning.
Well, what a fantastic event. You're in a lovely part of the country. It looks beautiful, and you've got some real hot players coming in to compete.
Yes.
Some of the very best in New Zealand. So we look forward to seeing those battles go on and go off this week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Francis. I don't know whether he's played the course at all, like the original park course, but so it'll be great to see him. I don't know if he's coming Friday early or for a practice round, but to get him through the course, see how he runs, and especially in that second round where he gets himself in a groove.
Yeah,
it'll be great. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
too right.
Yeah. Well, look, we're going to look forward to that. It's going to be great fun. And I hope that you have time to relax, have an altitude beer, and the weekend goes smoothly.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, guys. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. Morgan, can't wait.
Love you, mate. I'll see you in about 36 hours or something similar to that.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right.
Take
all the best,
easy.
Grant.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great weekend. Cheers. Morgan. So there we go. It's it sounds like he's in full control. It's going to be a great weekend.
It does sound like he's in full control. Actually, that's a really good way to look at that, because he does seem like he's pretty poised. Everything is pre-planned, prepped, and under control. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, man. I mean, how good was that interview, by the way? Like, we've obviously had someone pull out late notice, very unfortunately, and Grant just jumped up and jumped in, and just he killed it. So, yeah, thank you very much, Grant, for doing that.
Great. Let's take a look at the lineup for this weekend. So it's as we said in MPO, it's Levi Stout versus Francis Orange. Morgan, can anyone finish inside the top two other than those two?
Yeah, man, definitely, like 100%. I as he said, he's not sure if Francis has played there before. I know for a fact Mikey has, and Mikey's in a good groove right now. And I think he's feeling himself. We had him on the show last week, and he was looking and feeling good. So I think Mikey's in for a good shot to be right up there at the top. And it doesn't take much on a course like that, where there's some tight-wooded holes with a lot of danger. Where you, as Grant said, you can lose a couple of strokes back to back on 2-3 holes, and the game's changed, and that can happen coming down the stretch. So yeah, man, I don't want to write anyone off. And yeah, there's a number of players there that can shoot hot on their day, any day of the week. You know, I can look just as far as Pete Mackay, and I know the scores that he can produce as well. So, yeah.
Especially on a...
think, please.
So I was going to say, especially on like a 2-round tournament, right? Which is much more, you've got to have a good day. You know, you really got to make sure that you're on point. Else, you know, if you can't be too far away after the first round. Else it makes it very
it's a sprint right from the get go, isn't it? 18 holes apiece, and it basically is. If you're looking at it like that, it's not the marathon. It is the sprint. It's in there, get the work done, and get out.
Yeah. Further down, we'll go through some odds in a second. Echo and Nicola battle it out in FPO. That's going to be a tight battle, I suspect. MA1, slightly smaller field, but no less competitive. I suspect that Morgan Kyle Barringer and Bray Marsden might well be your biggest competitors in MA1.
Yeah, see, like I question that too. I think it's almost top to bottom on that one there. Corey Gray not representing a PDJ number there. Pretty great example of a good disc golfer here in Queenstown. Dave Huang putting down an 11 down, top of the table, hot round at Spring League last night at the Gardens. Connor Bishop, it just goes all the way.
Okay. FA1. Is again it's good to see 6 players playing in FA1 this weekend. That's fantastic. Difficult to pick a winner here. The Sweet Chain Analytics team have got Hayley McPherson as the favourite, but we shall see.
Yeah, well, Nikki Day's just come back from a holiday. I haven't even seen her back. She wasn't at league yesterday, so she's only just arriving back at the end of this week from a quite a lengthy holiday. Set of fresh eyes on the course. You never know what can happen.
That's it. And then over to MA40, where again it's going to be incredibly tight. I think Lance Eason is probably the favourite going into this.
Yep. Do you want to share have you got anyone in your tipping? Surely MA40, the best division. Have you got anyone in your tip here?
Yeah, we do. Maybe we could get the odds up on screen and we can go through it, and we'll start with the MPO odds. So at top of the ticket is Levi Stout at odds of 2.4. Francis is at 4s, and then everyone else comes after, right? So I think Jack Maffey, I don't know if I saw his name. He's actually pulled out, so he won't be playing. But Mikey Yu, then Adam Rhymes and Johnny Ferrari, your next favourites in MPO. Nicholas Stout has got the slight edge over Echo Lee in the odds, and Kyle Barringer's the favourite in MA1 at odds of 4. Morgan, you're at 5.5. Connor Bishop, you mentioned, is at 8.
Yep.
Hayley McPherson's the favourite at 2.6 in FA1, and in MA40 it's Lance Eason with 3.3, Jeremy Hills at 4.9, and Kelvin Cummins at 6s. Marie Cummings is the favourite in FA40 at 1.5. Mark Tebber is the favourite in MA50 with 1.6. And then in MA2 that Grant mentioned there, Joseph Ball is the favourite at 4.7 ahead of Tim Giles at 8s.
Yep.
Connor Rance favourite in MJ18, and Miley Smith the favourite edging out Hayley Rance in FJ18.
Yeah.
So some pretty tight battles there, right from the top to the bottom, eh?
Yeah, too right, man. Like it's a pick 'em in most divisions there. I think Jeremy Hills and Lance Eason, not to discount anyone else in that division, but the way that those two boys have been playing, I think that's going to be where the battle is in the MA40, the best division. Indeed. So we'll look forward to seeing how that all goes. That's going to be kicking off on Saturday. You can find all of the information on PJ Live. Dare the Lake, if you search for it, and you'll be able to follow all the scores live as it goes along. Right now we're gonna have a bit of fun. Actually, that's a very good point. We're going to talk first about Rising Stars, which is being played this weekend. I think is it this weekend? It is this weekend, in Topor, and it's a great event for kids to get involved in. Right, so they play. I think it's a couple of rounds at an adjusted spa park location, and
and it's on the Sunday. Sorry, so this Sunday it's $20 to enter. It's a beginner-friendly disc golf event. So if you've never played before and you want to get involved, or you know someone, friend or family member who's never played but you've been meaning to take them out, and you're in the Topor region, this is a great event. It's $20, and Topor always put on a good show. So there'll be heaps of prizes. There'll be lots of suitable disc golf holes for juniors who might never have played before. So if you're around, then get along. And also, if you're around but you're not a junior, then get along and help out. Ken and the team and Steve up in Topor will be very glad of the any kind of assistance. Steve's in the chat. Actually, Rising Stars was such a great day last year. We're really looking forward to it this year. Yeah, love to hear how it goes. It looks
I believe happy belated birthday to Mr. Steve Lawson too. I think it was earlier.
It was this week. Yes, it was this week. Many happy returns to Steve.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Absolutely. So that's the Rising Stars. Now we're going to head now and have a bit of fun. We're gonna step into our quiz now. We did this last week and I got the win by guessing correctly Levi's bag, which I had a little bit of help from chat, which I've been banned from using this week, or at least Tom's producer Tom is going to come in and tell us how this works. And so producer Tom, do you want to come in now and tell us how our quiz works for tonight?
Sure thing. So tonight's quiz is going to be guessing if it is a disc or not. So I'm gonna basically say out some names, which could be discs or they couldn't be discs. All you have to do is yes, that is a disc, or no, that is not a disc. So I think I said we've got about 16 different things here. So and both of you will answer, and it'll be points based on that. So no cheating, no chat, no PDGA website.
So chat, hit the pause button. Hit the pause button.
Yeah.
Well, if you do want to get involved, you can obviously put it into the chat, but maybe a couple of questions afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're going to read out a name, and then we both have a go at guessing, and we both kind of say what it is, and then you tell us whether it got it right, and then we add up the points. Right, lovely.
So if you guess that it is a disc or it isn't a disc, if it's correct, you'll get a point. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Morgan, do you want to go first?
I believe I went first last week, so I think it's you starting.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So the first disc.
Yeah,
they're all discs. I'm just going to call them all discs. The first one is called a sweep. Is it a disc? Sweep.
Spell it. Sweep. SWEEP.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a disc?
Not a disc.
Morgan.
I have no idea, so I'm going to stick with you and say not a disc.
You're both saying not a disc?
We're both saying, yeah.
It is a disc.
Oh, my word. Who's named a disc a sweep?
Daredevil discs or something ridiculous?
It is a Latitude 64 disc.
You're joking. I should have known that.
Well,
outrageous.
There is a reason.
It's got to be out of production now.
There is a reason.
It's out of production.
There is a reason you probably didn't know it was a disc, because it was approved about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, come on. That's outrageous. By the way, if anyone at Latitude's watching, that's an awful name for a disc. Do we know what kind of disc it is? Is it a?
I can find out.
I'll look it up while you're doing that. Latitude.
No,
sweep.
It won't be released if they only got it approved 3 weeks ago.
I don't see the numbers on it
here.
Well, you might be able to tell from the picture on the PGA stuff.
Okay.
It's a diameter 21.2 centimeters, max weight 176, height 1.8 centimeters, rim depth 1.1 centimeters.
Oh, okay. So it'll be like
Rim
a speed
thickness 2 centimeters.
7,
Yeah, it looks
something
like a
like
mid somewhere. Okay,
Yeah.
so the next.
Okay,
next
all right,
one.
let's get on with
Yep,
it.
here we go.
Morgan, can I just say there's an element of poker face here, right? Because if you really know it, then you don't want to give it away that you actually know it, because the other person could be quite.
Cool. Yeah, it's a good way of looking
Where's
at
my
it.
ski
Anyway,
goggles? at?
Morgan,
Okay.
your
Go.
turn.
Okay.
Your turn first.
Let's run it.
Your disc is a prickly pear.
That is a disc.
Yeah, that is a disc. I've heard of this.
That is a disc. That is a Lone Star disc approved 3 weeks ago. Again, so it was 4 weeks ago. It was approved just before the sweep. So yeah, you could have got another the sweep one.
Oh no,
we're
up to date on our Lone Star.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't heard of that, but it just sounds like it would be the kind of disc that Lone Star would bring out, right?
does.
So maybe that's what
It does.
Okay, go on then. Number 3,
Okay.
1-all.
Here we go. A flange. A flange. FLANGE.
Can I hear it in a sentence? No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Is it a disc?
No.
Yes.
Matt says no, Morgan says yes. We got some separation here. Matt with the point.
Dude.
It is not a disc.
Surely nobody's got that much gumption to call a disc a flange.
It is.
But anyway, go on.
It is not a
Hello,
disc.
latitude. Hello, latitude. 54.
Okay.
Indeed.
So
Indeed. I'll be throwing a flange all over the place.
Sorry. Did you say it was a disc, Matt?
No, I said it wasn't
Good.
a disc.
Okay. Sorry, I just missed that. So the next disc is the Chain Smoker. Is it a disc? The Chain Smoker. Morgan?
Oh, is it me? Yes, it is. Sorry, apologies. We were just staring it out there.
We were.
Yes.
It
looking for
sounds like
the
the
cogs
kind
to
of
work there, but yeah.
No. I was waiting. I was looking at Matt.
it sounds like the kind of disc that like dynamic discs was not dynamic disc, like Daredevil, or one of those kind of like one of those kind of brands would bring out. So I'm going to say that it's a disc. Morgan sounded pretty sure.
So you're both going with it is a disc?
Yes,
Okay.
probably from Temu.
Probably. It is a disc. It is from Disc Pro.
Oh, okay.
Whoever they are.
All right.
Does anyone throw a Disc Pro in chat?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so the next disc is the Marmalade. Is it a disc? Matthew.
Marmalade.
Can I have to put you on the clock?
I'm going to say no.
It is yes, and it's from the same brand that has the honey.
Oh, what's that?
Marmalade.
The
Clash.
Clash.
I have here.
Okay,
it is not a disc.
Oh, dearie me.
You sounded so confident.
It just sounded right, eh? Like another just toast spread disc.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been those people who bring out like the real lightweight with the dinosaurs on ABC discs for the kiddies.
I'm just putting this out there. Disc Golf Crazy in the chat said would have to be a Clash.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly right. I thought
no. That's fair enough. It wasn't, but fair enough.
If you put it on toast, they've probably made a disc of it in some way.
Yeah.
Except for the marmalade.
Oh, the Vegemite.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
Write a letter. Okay. Now the next disc that we have is called the Noodle. Morgan, is it a disc?
No. Wait. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. I don't know why I said no. I'm trying to quick fire these. Let's get through them.
Okay.
Noodle.
Yes.
You say it's a disc. Matt says it's not a disc. It is not a disc.
Mother.
Okay, right. We're going to go quick fire
here we
because
go. Yep.
16 of these will take forever. So we've got 10 more.
Okay.
With quick fire. Here we go.
Unicorn, Matt, is it a disc?
It is.
Yes.
Yes, it is a disc.
Lovely.
It is from Pro Discus. The next one, the Carnivore. Is it a disc? Morgan.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Reptilian disc golf. Next one, Matthew. Slingshot. Is it a disc?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
God, this quickfire is going well. You both got that one as well. The next one, one that you might be familiar with, a shank. Is it a disc?
Is it me?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
No.
Damn, you guys are doing really well now. It is not a disc. Now we have the Thunder Hammer. Matt.
Thunder Hammer.
Thunder Hammer.
No, I don't like it.
Matt. Morgan.
I don't like it either, but I'm going to say yes
Ooh.
because I need a point.
Okay, well, you're not going to get one. Matt's going to get one instead.
Oh, look at this. This is great. Go home, Morgan.
I am home.
This is... All right, well, we've done 11. We've got 5
Here
more.
we go. So the next one, Morgan, is the Bank Robber. Is it a disc?
No.
I'm going to say yes, because I think it's like in the same brand as Chain Smoker. Sounds sort of similar.
It is a disc from Lucky Discs. Some of these discs.
Okay.
Okay,
let's...
this next one, the Conspiracy. Matt.
Yes.
Conspiracy is a disc, are you saying?
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be no point separation here because I agree it is a disc.
It is a disc. Next one
Excellent.
is, Morgan, the Juggernaut.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, everyone got that. We have
Bring one.
2 more. Live Wire. Live Wire.
Is it me?
Yes, it is.
That's
Matt.
you, Matt.
No.
Morgan?
Yes. Yes, because I need points.
Well, again, you should have just stuck with what Matt said, because he's.
I
kicking
don't.
your
Hey,
ass.
Oh,
that's all
dear.
right. I need. We're running out of things. I need a chance to get points.
got
back.
one
I have
more.
to do it.
Okay,
Okay, one more.
last one.
Right, for all the beans.
Yep. Okay, your disc is Cowbell.
Yeah, that's probably from Clash as well.
No, it's not a disc.
Well, what do you know, Morgan? You got a point there.
Is it from
Well
Clash?
done,
It
Morgan.
is from Go To Disc Golf.
That's close enough to Clash.
Yeah.
I win. Let's go.
Very good. Tom, what were the scores?
15 points to you, Matt, and 10 to Morgan.
Oh, dearie me.
You got
Dearie me.
15 out of 16?
Nah, I got 2 wrong. I got the sweep wrong, and I got the first and last. I
Yeah,
bookended
nah,
I got 14 right. 14 right.
Correct.
TAB's
I got
off. TAB's
14-10.
off here, guys. TAB's off. We're going to have to cancel that dead league.
Have to do a count back.
14-10, I think, is the final score.
That brings me. Thank you very much, Tom. And Tom, if you wouldn't mind, Tom, in the background, just maybe bringing this up on a page. Matt, have you seen how many manufacturers there are these days?
Oh, hundreds, isn't there? Like,
I know,
everyone's
right?
doing it.
Most people are sort of aware of maybe not even 10 brands, I would say.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I would say if you were to go to a tournament and get people to list, I think a lot of people would struggle to get past 10 brands.
Yeah.
Tom's just sort of firing it up on the screen here. Has it got an amount on there?
Yeah, well, the drop down of manufacturer will give you an idea, and then
That's
Okay.
right. It's you could scroll through those and it would just show you
Yeah,
how
I mean,
many there are. It's
there's-
pretty hectic. Oh,
there's
9+ pages.
millions, not millions, but there's quite a few. That's crazy. Yeah.
It's a good point, though,
Very
right? I mean, you obviously sold discs. You would have only had X amount of brands. Do you think, and don't do it, but do you think you'd easily be able to rattle off for 10 to even 20 brands?
I reckon I could get 10. I'm not sure I
Yeah.
could get 20.
Yeah,
Struggle.
it's interesting, right? With the amount that are out there.
Yeah.
Do your research, people. There's a lot of plastic out there.
There is. Right. Next up, we're going to talk about the Chainies, which are coming up.
Chainies.
Yes. So this is the Sweet Chain Live end of year awards, and we give out awards for the male player of the year, the female player of the year, the male junior of the year, the female junior of the year, the breakthrough player of the year, and then the tournament of the year. So what's going to happen is exactly the same as last week. Next week, that's last year, sorry. Next week, we're going to give we're going to give you all the options. So me and Morgan and producer Tom will decide on a number of options, normally up to about 4 for each question, for each award, and then you, the public, will vote on which one that you like out of the lot. If you don't like any of them, the options we've got, then you've got the option to provide another option if you want to vote for that one. And if enough people vote for one that we haven't chosen, then that's fair enough. Then they will win. So we'll be putting that together, and then we'll send out a survey which will go through next week, and then on the final show of the year on the 19th of December. We will go and give away the prizes, and we'll be awarding the winners their Chainy. Now, along with that, Secret Santa is now closed, and the names will be going out probably tomorrow. I've sent Morgan his list of names, and all he needs to do is go into the spreadsheet and click a few buttons and then send out a list. I need to do the same. So tomorrow or Saturday, you'll get your name from Morgan or myself. Probably either a Facebook message or a text message will be the way that we will do it, rather than email. So look out if you're involved in Secret Santa. Look out for one of those from one of us. And if you get a friend request from one of us, that's probably because we want to message you your Secret Santa. So yeah.
I'm just going to say that mine's likely going to be a Sunday job, guys. I'm pretty busy with work tomorrow, and then off down to the Day at the Lake on Saturday. So Sunday, keep an eye out for my messages.
Indeed. Right. Let's head over to Distal and see if we can crack this one open. Morgan, did you guess last week first? I think I went first last week. So
I can't remember, actually, to be honest.
Didn't we go with the Wahoo or something like that last week?
We did go with the Wahoo.
But anyway, let's have a go at one. I have a river on the desk in front of me, so let's go with this. Oh, look at this. Look at this, Morgan.
Holy Moses, Batman.
Speed 7 from Latitude with a lower glide. It's always going to be a lower glide. Slightly the same amount of turn, -1, and slightly more fade. So let's have a think about this. I threw a Brave, which I think is a speed 7, and I think it's -1, 2.
I think it's a sweep.
We shall see. I'm going to have bag a sweep, aren't I, now? I've said all this. So let's put Brave in.
Yeah, got to be honest, my knowledge of Latitude
Whoa, there we go.
It's really good. I nailed it with a Brave.
There we are. That's very good. Well, we'd never get it in 2. That's incredible. So happy with that. Right, let's have a look at some Disc Golf Valley scores then before we take a look at some tournaments and round us out. Here we go. Just finishing. So we've got Arn with 9 under par. Very well done, Arn. Ties Kelvin at 9 under par and Hayden at 6 under. Who's it? Louis Hickson with a 10 under par. That's incredible. Look at that. A turkey of eagles. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be happy with that. Has anyone actually put a W in the chat if you've ever had a turkey of eagles in real life?
In real life.
Brett Carlisle with an 8 under par and Stephen with 8 under as well. Some very good scores there. I
didn't get a chance to play this evening, but I did get a nice hole-in-one on the daily challenge at some point during the day today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's head over to some the power rankings now. The power rankings, there has been no change to this, but going into this weekend, Nicholas Stout 7th in the country and Echo Lee battle it out at Day of the Lake. Over to MPO, and it's Levi versus Francis at the top of the table to see who can take this one out. Other players who are playing this weekend would be Mikey Yu in 23rd. We'll be looking to push his ranking up further. Let's have a look at some upcoming tournaments then. The Dead Lake and Rising Stars is this weekend. Rapper Rumble, looking forward to this. I'm playing in this, Morgan. It's going to be good fun.
Yep. What weekend is that one?
That's next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah, over at Henley Lake. It's going to be fantastic. Love that tournament and lovely property. If the sun's shining, I've heard they've mowed the grass. It's going to be great. Christchurch Disc Golf Club Champs on the 15th as well, and then we get into the Tour Down Under next year. Egg Monster, Topol Classic, NZDG Open, and Nationals. And then Morgan, you're back with Roxburgh Open after your trip to Thailand, which takes you through most of January and February.
Yeah, correct. Straight back in from that and into business as usual. Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
Then there's the Moonshine Open. Now, I've also heard that the Middle Earth Open is going to be on the weekend after Moonshine. So the Middle Earth Open held at Barrenport in Wellington is on the 22nd, 23rd of February, same weekend as the Southern Smash. And yeah, that's our upcoming tournaments. There's a few more sprinkled a bit later on in the year, but we'll go to those.
One thing I do just want to point out, 22nd, 23rd of March, the Queenstown Classic. I've just done a bit of an update on the disc golf scene page, added the PDGA page. Registration rather is looking like we're going to be opening on January 1st of all days.
Oh wow!
I just need these next few weeks to dot my I's and cross my T's. To get things all lined up. But January 1st looking like registration for the Queenstown Classic. It's going to be limited to 100 odd players, probably 100 players max, and it's the 30th. So who wants to miss that?
And it's the on the 22nd, 23rd of March.
Correct.
That's coming. So yeah, date for your diary. So I think that more or less wraps it up for us for this for tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining us, chat. And if there's any if you enjoy what we do and you want to support us further, then please head over to patreon.com/sweetchainlive and become a Patreon member. We've got a new website coming out in the new year, going to be launched over the new year. And we've only got 2 more shows of this year remaining. So, yeah. Anyway, Morgan, very best of luck to you this weekend. Heading out to Day at the Lake on Saturday. And wherever you're playing disc golf, take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.